Hey everyone, I'm Becky.
Oh, and I'm Sarah.
You forgot your name. Sometimes I do. And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about Slayer by Kiersten White, which I got off of Edelweiss.
Same.
And just really quick, this is the first book in a series of books that take place in the Buffyverse. So,
are they all going to be written by her?
I think that she's going to keep writing this story, but they're kind of like rebooting it. There's a series of graphic novels that are coming out that like when Buffy's in middle school, which doesn't really quite make sense with canon because Buffy didn't get her Slayerness until high school. And that's even if you
Because is the movie canon? Is the movie pre-Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show canon?
Not really. Because he sold the script. Okay, so here's the full confession. I was in high school when Buffy the Vampire Slayer was on TV. It was like my favorite thing ever. I have the DVDs. I had a poster of David Boreanaz over my bed. I still like nerd out. I will admit to it. I've seen all of Buffy. I've seen all of Angel. And we'll talk about this whole thing right here too. But the studio changed the movie greatly from his original script. And so my understanding is he used his original script as kind of the basis for the TV show. Because like Merrick is still her watcher, but what happens is different. Because actually this book, which is what we should be talking about, is about Merrick's daughter. So this book is about Athena, or Nina, and her twin sister Artemis. And they are the daughters of two Watchers. They have spent most of their lives living with the Watchers or at the Watchers Council headquarters. However, since Buffy destroyed the Seed of Wonder, which is in the graphic novels, and the Watchers Council was attacked, they don't have anything to watch. But when a hellhound attacks Nina, her latent powers appear, making her the last Slayer. Nina's life gets even more complicated when the adorable Watcher in training, Leo, appears and is assigned to train her. But also kind of like we were talking about canon. So I really enjoyed this. I liked Nina. I liked Artemis more or less. I thought there was humor in it. I liked Leo. I liked the flirtiness. However, if you're not really into Buffy, would you get it?
So I feel at this point that you are a runaway Buffy train. I'm just like, I can't even jump onto that. Because all I'm thinking is, yay, Kiersten White is back!
That is
we're
true.
in fantasy, and she is, like, the master of it. Like, she is so great at it. And and I don't know if you aren't familiar with Buffy, if you get a lot of the references, but I don't know if it matters because it's so distinct. Like, to me, this did not feel like a Buffy book. It felt like a great fantasy, but it didn't feel like a Buffy book, even though there were all of those Buffy references.
Right. Well, and I think it does feel like a Kiersten White book. It feels like we're not quite back to paranormalcy, but we're getting back there.
We're getting there.
Which I appreciate.
And that is so exciting.
But there's a whole part where they're talking about Wesley, and like there's parts where they mention Spike and Angel, and like I'm just like there's a lot of stuff I'm like I don't think you would not get everything you can get out of this book if you haven't seen it the whole shows.
Okay, I definitely agree that you wouldn't get everything out of this book that you need, but that you could had you known the Buffy references. However, I don't necessarily know if you need them to understand the story, to like get to connect with the story and get through the story. And I think this might actually kind of encourage readers to go back and watch Buffy.
Well, and I think that particularly teenage girl readers who like things like Sarah J. Maas, who want female characters who actually like take control, will like Nina and will connect with her story. And they won't spend the whole time like I am being like, where does this fit timeline-wise? I'm like, because so obviously the Hellmouth and Snakedale's closed. It's after Buffy, but Wesley's still alive. So it's before Angel ended. So I'm like, where are we fitting? So they won't have that problem.
Sorry. Like I said, runaway train.
So this is me reading the book. But no, but like I also liked Kiersten White was also she created her own world here because you had kind of seen the Watcher Council, but she gave it like a building, and you got to know about that and the training and all that.
My only kind of sticking point was the fact that it wasn't funny in the way that Buffy was. Like, Buffy felt campy to me, and this didn't feel campy.
We're not going to go into that.
See, runaway train.
But I feel like it was there was humor though. Like
there was humor. It just wasn't Buffy humor. Like there was no Scooby-Doo reference at all.
but it's a different story.
It's true, but I don't know. I come to expect a Scooby-Doo reference in like almost every Buffy episode.
No, but
so if you're referring so heavily to the Buffy universe, there needs to be some Scooby-Doo references somewhere along the way.
I was okay without that because she's not even. It's like the Watchers, and that's the thing is it's like a different angle. And I liked her friends who were training to be Watchers and like seeing like their training and like what they had to do to become a Watcher because you never really got to see that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So do we have anything else to say?
No.
So we're just going to rate it. Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns, but down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
I'm in 3 unicorns. I mean, it was solid. You know.
See, I read a 4. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I read it super fast. I read it like in a day.
Says the person who owns the Buffy the Vampire Slayer board game.
I do have the Buffy the Vampire Slayer board game. I could never figure out how to play it. So if you know, please post that in the comments. It's like a weird, like almost like it's anyway. So that is where we are on Slayer by Kiersten White.
All right, see you around.
Bye.